The following program may contain strong language. All of the comments and opinions expressed do not reflect the views of anyone but those making said comments. If you decide to continue listening to this program, it is assumed that you are not easily offended and have a broad sense of humor. Now that all that's out of the way, enjoy!
What bosses do. Money in the bank, I could take a loss or two. Filet mignon, plus I'm eating lobster too. That game is on. Ooh, I hate when Boston lose. That movie blow. You can call me Boston Lou. Had a dream, I took my team out to Barcelona. DJ, this the part you're supposed to start it over. Replay, this the part you're supposed to start it over. D-Wade, call me Eric Spoelstra. Been known to steal your thunder, Cephalosha. Mess with all the rappers, tell them get your dough up. Blowing money faster, Russell Westbrook slower. Coke ain't a bad word, Coca-Cola. Coke ain't a bad word, it's only soda. Coke ain't a bad word, Coca-Cola. Coke ain't a bad word, it's only soda. Yeah, I rhyme different, I'm not spitting. All you got is some years on me, forget you when your time difference. The way that I'm thinking, you think that my mind's missing. Ooh, let the dogs out, roof. Mine's missing. Bands ride with me. S550 suit and necktie. Business calls kept my line busy. I'm really a coke boy, but I should really be signed to Disney. I'm really a bad boy. French Montana signed to Diddy.
Coke boy, baby.
Who is that, Mike?
That is, that's my new favorite rapper.
Your new favorite rapper?
I am a huge fan.
I know who it is.
You know who that is?
Lil Poopy,
That's
baby.
Lil Poopy, baby. Hi, everybody.
Brockton's own Lil
Brockton's
Poopy.
own Lil Poopy. It's Mike and Billy's show, by the way.
Hello!
How's everybody doing? Episode 15. Mike Wendt.
It's 15?
15.
Billy Finnegan here. Mustachicles.
Blowing your mind. I know you changed your moniker there. I was less than impressed because it's another word I can't pronounce.
Mustachicles.
As in Hercules?
Like Hercules and Pericles.
The great
Pericles.
mustache is what you're trying to say?
The great mustache.
A godlike mustache?
Godlike.
Got to trademark that shit. Everybody's stealing your bit.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
We just saw someone
We just looked
stealing
out the window and some dude is fucking stealing your bit. That's terrible. But yes, that was Brockton's own Lil Poopy.
I love that kid.
I'm a huge Lil Poopy fan right now.
It does sound weird to say it, but
it's one. You know why I think I like this kid better than I probably should, is because he's making every local news reporter say Lil Poopy on their morning news programs. It's the greatest, and they all hate it.
Well, and I don't, and I know this is the reason why we're talking about this, because there's been recent controversy regarding Lil Poopy, and okay, let's take a look at this. At 9 years old, what the hell were you doing? Because I know I was in Little League, and I was in third grade. I think I went to the Little Red Schoolhouse at the time. That was the only little thing that I did. Little League, Little Red Schoolhouse. I think we did square dancing in third grade. I mean, this was my third grade.
Where the fuck did you grow up?
Don't worry about it. It was Pleasantville, okay? I grew up in fucking Pleasantville. And, but this kid, first off, his flow is great. Coming from hip hop,
all bullshit aside,
MCs,
he's a pretty damn good rapper.
Oh my god, he's better than half the half the adults out there who are putting out albums. You got your T.I.s and your who else is out there now? I don't even know. Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa.
Sure.
I mean, and they have honed their craft over years. But this kid is 9 years old.
9 years old.
Where was he honing his craft? In his diapers? Because the kid just came out and just spitting fire. I love it.
I love it. And yeah, as somebody who hasn't really been into rap since, Ice-T was making good music.
Cop Killer.
Right? I got to say, Lil Poopy.
I think it's great. And plus the fact it's a hometown kid.
Yep.
So you got to applaud that. I automatically will give the nod to hometown people.
automatically, they're automatically better than anybody else.
Yeah, of course.
If you're from Boston, you are automatically better than anybody else, and if you argue with me, I'll punch you in the face.
But plus the fact that 9 years old. At 9 years old, when was the last time a 9-year-old wowed you?
Right. And I love, and it's just the whole controversy, as you have to air quote it.
Oh, it's certainly air quotable.
It's bullshit. I mean, from what I've read, the cops just kind of did this on their own. It wasn't like there was a complaint.
No,
was there?
No, because what I heard was there was complaints about it. Now, granted, what I've heard is that his teachers say he's a great student, like he's a good kid in school. So, I mean, what I always heard was, if you're a good kid in school, do whatever the hell you want because you're a good kid, you're getting your grades, you're doing it.
Right.
So, I don't see the problem with that. But I think obviously because the video became big, because the subject itself, because it's a 9-year-old kid with, women with, let's just say,
big asses.
God granted them a very hefty posterior. And who cares? He's slapping asses, but he's not. It's not like they're not raping him. He's not doing anything. It's a kid. Most other times you see on the internet all these pictures of like little babies and 3-year-old kids grabbing women's breasts, and everyone laughs at it because it's funny. It's like this kid because
it's hilarious.
Because he's rapping at the same time and he's doing it like, I don't know, Big Boy would or Tupac would. It's like, come on. The kid's doing something productive with his life at 9 years old. I think it's just jealousy, blatant jealousy.
Yeah. And the thing is they're going after, like the parents. Child neglect, I believe, is what they're trying to do. But his dad's his manager. His dad's in the videos with him.
Right. And
as far as child neglect,
what's the neglect?
I don't understand the basis of the case. I really don't, because this is a form of entertainment. Mm-hmm. There are such things as child actors.
Right.
Have been forever.
Forever.
I mean, just not too long ago, you've seen the movie Kick-Ass?
Yeah, exactly.
How old was Chloe Moretz when she was saying cunt and killing people on film? How is that not?
What was she? She was probably like 12 or 13 or something like that.
Had to be at least. In her early teens.
But it's funny
she
because...
She definitely wasn't an adult.
But it's funny, too, because I don't think there was much of a shitstorm from that.
It was hilarious.
No, it was hilarious, but I'm saying you didn't... I don't remember a lot of media outlets coming out and saying, this girl shouldn't be doing this. I can't believe you had... Like, there wasn't that many complaints. No. This is a 9-year-old kid. This is a hobby he has. He's enjoying himself.
It's not just a hobby. I read he makes $7,500 per appearance.
Well, I mean...
A 9-year-old.
Well, it's still... I mean, it's a hobby in the fact that, yes, he's sort of doing this as a living, but
sure.
he's still a child. He's a student. $7,500 in these days, it's not like he's got his own place. But I'm saying, like, it's a hobby. It's
sure.
Kids want to get involved in different things. How about the fact that the parent, whether you think it's neglectful or not, is taking, some time to spend with his kid and say, hey, here you go. Like, let's do this. You want to be a rapper? Let's have fun with this. Let's do it. And we'll make videos. We'll do all this stuff.
How many parents, I mean, he's showing an interest. He noticed something in his kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing as if you see that your kid's a good athlete, you send him to the best
you get it. Yeah, you get him in AAU and stuff.
You push him to the private, to the select leagues, all that stuff. Same thing. If you see that your kid's kind of artistic, you send him to acting school or painting school, whatever the fuck it is. You try to take an interest in your kid as opposed to just being like, it's a phase.
I mean, could that be another thing? Is that people are just like, it's like passing blame of themselves onto someone else and be like, well, I can't do that for my kid. So I guess, no, he's doing this wrong. He shouldn't be doing this. He is objectifying his kid and doing... Come on,
seriously,
get off of it.
It's hilarious. And I'm sorry. And the video ends with him spanking a fucking big booty girl. It's hilarious.
It's funny. It's a 9-year-old kid. Who cares?
And it's people. There's my problem is it's like, is there no more crime in Brockton?
I'm sure there's other things in the City of Champions.
In the City of Champions, is there no more crime? Have we cleaned all the streets up?
Right.
But now we have to actually just search out YouTube videos and go after that.
And it's a shame. It's a shame because you know what? This kid is the next best thing to come from Brockton since Rocky Marciano. I mean, this is it. It's like Rocky Marciano, Lil Poopy. That's it. Bam, done.
Wow. That's a.
What else has come from
That's
Brockton?
a city of champions right there. If I've ever heard of
well,
one.
he's certainly got enough gold around the neck to look like a champion.
Lil
you know,
Poopy is blinged out. I also liked this morning. I saw in the morning news that they were like, YouTube has pulled all the videos off of. Well, clearly we just played the entire music video. Okay, from Lil Poopy's official YouTube channel, and there's 31 other videos. And not only that, now they have ads in front of them, which means Lil Poopy's getting paid off of these.
Exactly. Well, he's got to be up like over the tens of thousands of views, right?
The video we just played has 417,552 views.
He's definitely he's rolling in the
right
Monopoly money.
There is a link to go buy that song on iTunes. Which was the Pop That remix by Lil Poopy.
I mean, come on. Like, you know, where is it that this is America? Talk about like free enterprising there. The kid's got talent. He wants to go out, make some money on it. You know, the dad's making money on it. I think the dad is in like the local music scene, right?
I have no idea. I know the dad is the manager. I know the dad is in the videos. I know the dad is.
So his dad's Puffy and the kid is like Biggie.
Yeah. But as long as he doesn't end up like Macaulay Culkin's dad, taking all his fucking money from him, I have no problem with Lil Poopy and his dad.
Like enjoy the time with your kid, help him out.
Being creative. The kid obviously has talent.
Kid's got talent. Why the hell not?
Absolutely.
I don't see a problem with it at all. You know?
So we both agree Lil Poopy is a good thing.
I hope the old he's got like the Oshkosh Bagosh like hanging down, showing the Superman underwear.
Showing
or something.
The Huggies.
He's awesome. I don't care.
I think
people need to shut up.
Yeah, and
because they all have to have an opinion. I know we're giving our opinion on it, but everyone has to have an opinion, and they have to air their grievances at all times.
I think people
That's what
feel
we are.
that they have to go. They have to. How do I say this right? They feel that they have to be against this because it's a child and he's cursing and there are women, you know, scantily clad in the video. And,
you know, and a lot of it I think is like the morality clause of it all. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're not morally correct in their lives, so they have to place morality in another area just so they feel good about themselves. I don't know, some weird psychological fuck up that's going on with people in the world.
I feel people are just terrified to they're terrified to it's just okay say I hate getting fucking I have too much ADD going on. There's like 18 thoughts going through my head, but I'm trying to pace them out so they can come later in the show.
Yeah.
So we don't do the whole fucking thing in 20 minutes and then we're done.
Well, yeah.
Because, you know, I have no place to be. But it's the same bullshit as getting offended by Seth MacFarlane's Oscar opening.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing. Absolutely. Because everyone, again, has to have an opinion on it.
We saw your boobs. Hilarious.
It's the same thing with Lil Poopy.
Hilarious.
It's like, you know, he's rhyming about Coke.
Right.
You know, Coke.
A cola.
A Coca-Cola. As in, he's not sniffing it. He's drinking it. I mean, it's the same thing with Seth MacFarlane, the I Saw Your Boobs thing, which was very funny.
Very funny.
Again, what do you expect with humor these days? It's like, you know, you can't be funny. He dropped a John Wilkes Booth reference and people groaned about it.
Right.
Get over
and I
yourself.
loved his reaction.
Exactly.
Oh,
150 years too soon.
Too
It's
soon.
like bullshit, man.
And that's
everyone
another thing. They're
when
too
Lincoln
afraid to if something is even the slightest bit questionable in, you know, morals or, you know, whatever the fuck. Oh my God, it's terrible.
And the thing
I can't laugh at this.
The thing was though is it's only when they're out in public because everyone that was sitting there and when Lincoln was announced as being the movie coming out, everyone made the same joke. All on the internet, everyone made, oh, we all know how this is going to end, or you know, everyone made the sort of assassination joke.
Sure.
You know, is Daniel Day-Lewis going to assassinate this character?
It was like
blah blah blah.
It was like when the Titanic came out. We knew how the ending was.
You know how the ending's going to be. It's like, come on. I mean, what was the Pride of the Yankees? Gee, I wonder what's going to happen to Lou Gehrig at the end of this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's just stupid. It's like, why get offended? It's when they get out in public, it's like, oh no, I never said that. No, you said it. You know you said it because I said it because everyone else said it. Everyone else thought the same thing.
And clearly, we all, and we do think the same way. And Twitter has really made it clear that none of us are creative.
No, everyone borrows from or steals from everyone else.
Last night, and it happened last night during the Bruins game, Jack Edwards made a comment about, Christ, I forget what player it was. But anyway, the comment he made, he was talking, Tavares on the Islanders. Mm-hmm. He was talking about his release and his wrist shot and all that stuff. And he goes, yeah, as a teenager, he really had he's talking about strengthening his wrist muscles as a teenager. And literally seconds, and I was one of them who jumped on Twitter, tried to make a jerk-off joke.
Yeah, because you got to beat everyone else to it.
The second I hit send, of course, it flips back to my timeline, a string of jerk-off jokes. It's like, well, I'm not that funny, apparently. Well, or I'm not as funny as the other 800 people that are on Twitter.
But it's it's the easy joke. Right. But you make the joke because you know what? Still, it's the best thing about it is it's how everyone else words it.
Same thing. I thought I was being very creative during the Oscars when the first time they cut to the crowd and I saw that the Django cast was sitting next to the Lincoln cast. Yeah. Thought it was funny. Made a tweet about it. And sure enough, I was not the only one that felt that was funny.
Well, there was another part, and I think I either texted it to you or whatever, but they cut to they were talking about another movie there that was up for Best Picture, I think, and it was detailing the small 9-year-old girl talking about 9-year-olds.
Beast of the Southern Wild, yeah.
And it's all about dealing with a Southern black family. They said.
Was that the one with the digital tiger?
No, that was Life of Pi.
Okay.
But they were talking.
Kind of blended.
They were talking about that movie, and they said it's a tale about the uplifting struggle for a black family. And then, but when they shot to the audience, because they had done that, they talk about the movie and then they show the cast.
Right.
Show the cast. They showed it was whoever it was. I can't remember who it was, but it was an all white, like. The grouping was all white actors and actresses, but then they quickly turned it all off because obviously the cameraman was out of position. It's like
either that or the editor just hit the wrong button. He hit the camera like 2 button instead of the camera 4 button. It happens.
It was just very strange.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, people being offended, you're never going to not offend anyone out there.
No,
it's impossible. And the Seth MacFarlane thing, Little Poopy, it's like. Lay off, people. It's 2013. Like, can we all just finally get a sense of humor?
And even if you don't have a sense of humor, that doesn't bother me. There are people that just aren't funny and that have no sense of humor. But my problem is...
but some people make a career out of that, like Dane Cook. So...
But
that's the only hometown thing that I don't go for.
You don't like the Dane?
No.
Aww. Sorry, Dane.
I like Anthony Jeselnik's Dane Cook, but I don't like Dane Cook.
I watched. Speaking of which, I'm all in on the Jeselnik Offensive.
Really, I don't think it's that funny.
Holy shit! It's the funniest thing I watch all week.
I don't think it's that funny.
Oh my God.
I like him, and I think there's times that are funny, but
I watched that before coming in tonight, and I thought, I like I said, it's one of the funniest things I watch all week, and there's only been 2 episodes. I laughed so fucking hard. And I think it's partially because he there is no holding back on anything, and it's called the show is titled Offensive.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna make apologies for shit on that, and I would hope not. I would hope not. Mm-hmm. But you didn't think you'd see an apology out of Daniel Tosh, and he had to make an apology. It's true.
And they made a big deal out of it.
I guess.
And Jeselnik, he's very good. That's his shtick. The thing that I didn't...
when people start apologizing? And same thing with Tosh. And if
is when sponsors start pulling out?
When money's involved.
Yeah, of course.
And when you get big enough that you have big enough sponsors that it will affect the production of your show.
Yeah.
When it's like, well, this guy's going to pull out. And if this guy pulls out, you don't have season 5.
Right.
Because that's where your money's coming from. Go issue the apology.
Well... The only thing
regret doing blah blah blah. I'm seeking counseling. I have an addiction problem.
Someone hacked my Twitter.
Twitter hacked. Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't mind Jeselnik's show. I really didn't. Mm-hmm. But it was just there was the part where he was doing the fashion deal. It was like who's wearing what or whatever it was, and he had 2 pictures come up.
Oh, that was last week. Yeah.
Last week's okay.
Yeah.
And I just thought it
was funny the first couple times, and then
the jokes were like the first few jokes was like funny, and then I think some of them like he mentioned the Aurora shooter, and he mentioned the
Newtown shooter.
No, it wasn't Newtown.
Well, he was mentioned this week.
Oh
twice.
well, it wasn't the Newtown guy. It was the kid from West Virginia. The school shooting.
Virginia Tech, yeah.
Virginia Tech, excuse me. And it was just kind of like you're kind of reaching on that one. Like I understand the joke and like Obama to the Virginia Tech kid, and it was like I understand you're trying to be funny. The catchphrase there didn't need. I didn't really enjoy that because it was like it wasn't. To me, it didn't feel like it was Anthony Jeselnik. It was like him trying to be a different character.
Sure.
You know. I don't know. It was just on first viewing. It was just.
I'll give it the fact that it was funny, and then it felt like they needed 2 extra minutes to fill.
Yeah. It
was like it was funny the first couple of jokes, and then it was like okay, we still have 3 minutes left in the bit.
Yeah.
Get a couple more, but I think the panel is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I think he's great. I think everything else that he's. I see big things. Like I really enjoyed.
I think the kid's got what it takes.
I really enjoy like his show. Although the other thing is, I see a lot of similarities, obviously, with Jeff Ross's The Burn, which is sort of in a similar vein.
Yeah.
Except Jeselnik's is shot more like Tosh's with the screen and everything, but then they get the panel, so it's like Jeff Ross's roast, and it's like there's a lot of similarities just for 3 shows that all 3 of those guys are extremely talented.
I think in a couple months, Amy Schumer has one as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think it's called Inside Amy Schumer. Get it?
Well,
get it?
We can ask Dolph Ziggler all about that.
And Anthony Jeselnik.
But I am glad that comedians that I enjoy are getting shows.
Absolutely.
and not Dane Cook. So
absolutely.
That's really good.
Absolutely.
And as long as they keep Carlos Mencia off my screen, I'm happy.
Well, that's the big thing, right? Fucking Chappelle. That's the worst thing about that whole Chappelle bit is we got
Carlos Mencia because they had to keep the quote unquote minority thing. That's what it was.
I'm not arguing.
Chappelle was leaps and bounds better than him, though.
Yeah.
So much better. Mencia just, well,
yeah.
That's what happens when you make a career out of just stealing other things, and then no one else wants to give you. No one else wants to give you any.
Think up your own ideas.
Yeah. Wait. You mean I can't just go do all the time? What? I have to come up with an original thought. I would have much rather like John Leguizamo got a nod or something.
Where's he been?
I don't know.
I watched Carlito's Way last night.
He is awesome. He is awesome.
Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Where'd that guy go?
I don't give a shit. The Pest was awesome. It's such a stupid movie, but I loved it.
I own The Pest on VHS.
You should. Everyone should.
I think that one.
You should. That movie's worthy enough for Laserdisc if they had it.
Oh, they did.
Did they have it?
Oh, they had it on Laserdisc. I never bought it on Laserdisc, but I remember passing it in the Laserdisc store quite a few times because, yes, I was one of those Laserdisc guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was cool to spend $40 on one movie and then have to flip it halfway through.
Well, everyone has their regrets.
I loved Laserdisc, though. I did.
You were the only one.
I really did. I trust me, once DVDs came out, I didn't love it that much.
Yeah, because you didn't have to flip.
You mean I can watch a movie straight through without flipping it? Or, God forbid, it's something like it's a long one, like it's over 2.5 hours. I got to flip it four times. Because there's 2 discs.
4 flips, baby. 4 flips.
I had Natural Born Killers on Laserdisc. It was 6 discs.
Yeah, no thanks.
6.
I don't love Tom Sizemore that much.
Pulp Fiction was 4 discs.
Yeah, I'm good.
But I loved it.
What if you? And the funny thing is,
I willingly spent the money.
The funny thing is, though, is with Pulp Fiction, you could almost flip them out of order, and it would still kind of work.
It's like when the first time Behind the Green Door was played, they played the third reel first. It's like nobody gives a shit. They never seen this kind of porno.
So nobody's seen that kind of porno.
Well, that was. Oh, okay. So, all right, and we'll pick it out from porno.
Yeah, I figured that'd be good for you.
Just joking. We took a little break for a second, but we're back now.
So what else is in the news, Mikey?
Well, the fake news.
The fake news.
In the fake news world, The Onion had to make a little bit of an apology.
Delicious. Go on.
The Onion or the apology?
Both. I'll take them both.
Either way. And of course, you know, being the type of person I am, I can't support their apology at all. Because they're apologizing for getting the desired effect, I feel.
Desired effect as in...
Did you read anything about the story?
No, I didn't read it. Please brief me on it.
Well, during the Oscars, like the rest of the world, The Onion was live tweeting.
Yeah.
And The Onion, for the uninitiated, a fake news network.
Love them.
They you know, let's just put it in context. Let's see. One of their headlines is Special Olympics T-ball stand pitches a perfect game.
Oh. That is awful.
It's a headline off The Onion.
It's so good, though. It brings tears to your eyes.
So that being said, you wouldn't expect them to really give a shit if people got offended by their jokes.
Right, because most of their jokes, I mean, they're
meant to be offensive.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into when you click on The Onion.
90% of their purpose is to offend. It seems it's like they're not doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like 70% is to offend, but you know it's a joking. It's like it would be as though you were taking your actual news stories, credited news stories from the Star.
They voluntarily work blue.
Right. Right, exactly. I mean, it's made up, but it's completely fabricated jargon.
Well, during the Oscars, of course, one of the things that the telecast seemed to love doing was cutting to, as you mentioned, the little 9-year-old Beast of the Southern Wild actress, Quvenzhané Wallis.
How many times did you practice that before you came in?
I've been practicing since Sunday.
Wait.
And being now it's Wednesday.
Wait, it's Quvenzhané?
Quvenzhané Wallis.
I didn't even catch her name because they didn't really put anything across the screen while I was watching it.
I really picked it up in the red carpet pre-show.
Yeah, I don't watch that
because they were having fun interviewing her and she was being adorable, of course. But
I
her
thought
sister was standing behind her, and holy fucking shit, was she hot!
Wait, the only younger or sister-like, or the only one I can recall is Jamie Foxx's daughter, who is very, very attractive, very gorgeous.
Jamie Foxx almost had to up the rating of the pre-show when he was damn near fucking Kelly Rowland on the red carpet.
Wow, let's not go into that.
It happened.
I know. It's Jamie Foxx. It doesn't matter. He's Ray and he's Django.
Seriously.
Shut the fuck up.
He changed the tone of his voice. Bitches get pregnant.
That's what's happened with Kelly.
It's scary. The TVs, you gotta hope for funny Jamie, because when he wants to go sexy Jamie,
you gotta up that rating to MA.
Those Oscar babies. But anyway, they kept cutting to Quvenzhané.
Quvenzhané. I wanted you to say it again, so thank you for saying it.
And it was, she was being, like I said, adorable.
Yeah. Well, she was adorable. She was very
adorable.
I watched her during the Oscars, and the camera kept cutting to her, and she's like, waving her hands in the air, and like, come on,
she's a 9-year-old at the
Oscars. I mean, imagine Little Poopy at the Oscars. That'd be great.
Talk about bitches getting pregnant.
How can that happen? He's only 9.
However, The Onion decided to send out a tweet regarding Quvenzhané, and I read. Everyone, and I quote.
Yes.
Quote.
You read the quote.
Quote The Onion, nevermore.
Quote, and end quote. How many quotes is that? It's 3. Better make it 4.
I believe. Everyone else seems afraid to say it, but that Quvenzhané Wallis is kind of a cunt, right?
I love how we just had a nice dramatic pause there. We're still recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a tweet from The Onion. Now.
I don't really know where to go with that.
Now, if you were sending that out, it's not overly humorous and it doesn't really spark laughter, but...
And this was just a tweet. It wasn't
just a tweet.
It wasn't an actual article that they brought up.
It was just during the show, they were just, they were live tweeting like everybody else, including myself, who was live tweeting at the Mike and Billy Twitter page, which is at Mike and Billy. You can follow along and join in the fun.
Cheap plug.
Yeah, absolutely. But they were live tweeting, and that was one of the tweets that went by. And as you would expect, the internet exploded.
As the internet tends to do every 12 seconds.
Outrage! You thought they were pissed about Seth MacFarlane's booby fucking song, if I could get the words out.
Well, it was I Saw Your Boobs. It wasn't a booby fucking song.
Well.
Just he would have been a little more.
You know what though?
He would have caught a lot more flack.
I think if he knew he was going to get the outrage that he got, he probably would have done a titty fucking song.
Honestly, if he knew of the outrage that he was going to get for such a funny tongue-in-cheek song like that, he probably would have gotten a little more overboard. You're right. But go ahead.
But of course, the internet and Twitter specifically just went batshit, with outrage and I'm offended and I can't believe and blah 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 blah. So. I ask you, if you were sending that tweet out,
yeah,
what would you expect the reaction to be?
There would be no reaction because I don't have many followers.
Well said. But if you hashtagged Oscars, people would definitely see that.
True.
I always love that, though. Not to go too far off topic, but I love when, because I'll throw hashtags out there, and usually it's baiting. It's to bait people that I don't know and that don't follow me.
Right.
And the best is, like I said, not to try to stray too far off topic. I'm hanging on to it.
Well, you're still in the Twitterverse.
But
so
during
okay.
hockey talk. Like making making a comment usually about like the Canadians.
Yeah.
Montreal and Buffalo fans seem to be the most outraged on Twitter.
Very easily riable.
I got into it with a guy, a Montreal fan, and it lasted literally 4 tweets, and I fucking crushed him. Fucking crushed him because I said something, he said something back. I retorted with a very sarcastic joke. And then he just tried to reword that joke and came off like that guy.
And it's funny too, but it's like winning a tweet war is like,
It's the best feeling you'll have in that 15-minute period.
It's like being the smartest kid with Down syndrome. And right there I just offended a lot of people, but it's the truth. You're still you won a war on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's not really it's a victory for 15 seconds, and then it's like watching porn, and then afterwards you just feel disheveled. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, this feels great.
It's very
what am I doing with my life?
Very masturbatory type of feeling.
Which is what Twitter is anyway.
Exactly.
So,
but back to the Onion. Like I said, if you were to send that out, at least if I was to send it out, my general reaction would be people are going to be offended by this.
Yeah.
You're talking about a 9-year-old, not just an adorable 9-year-old who's having the time of her life on television. She's up for a major award in her field. It's only downhill from here.
You're just one drug addiction away from turning into Drew Barrymore.
And you're gonna call her a cunt.
It's a little.
There's no other direction but negative on that.
It's a little. It's a little too far out of the blue. Like it's just a. You kind of called her that just
to say it.
Just to say it. Just to get
pure shock value.
Yes, it's just to get someone in an uproar, to get a reaction from it, because otherwise, she wasn't doing anything. No. First off, it's a 9-year-old. Second of all, she wasn't doing anything.
I could see if she was being cunty, but she really wasn't.
She wasn't. No, she was. How honestly, like you're 9 years old. How can a 9-year-old really and truly be a cunt? You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, I just really like saying cunt, but still. Yeah. It's a little too far to go. It's a far reach there for the Onion to do.
Shock value.
And
clearly done so the morning news and the morning radio shows
will talk about
the Onion the next day.
But the funny thing is, it's like the Onion doesn't need to be talked about. People know the Onion, and really their audience.
Do people really give a shit about the Onion anymore?
But their audience is like. That's their audience. Their core audience, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get anyone else. You'll get a couple stragglers here and there, but, you can't really go out there and try to impress mainstream media.
No.
Because they're not going to get your jokes. My thing with it, I really enjoy the Onion's in-between highbrow and lowbrow humor, but that one, I think that was...
it's done for shock value. There's no real humor behind it.
It's not even working blue. That's like purple. That's like you're holding your breath for too long and you gotta
Well, nevertheless, they took the tweet down and they issued an apology, which I'm more offended by the apology than anything else, and it's because you did something that was deliberately done to offend people, and then you apologize for getting the desired reaction.
But that's the world in which we live in. You could do whatever you want as long as you apologize.
And apparently the CEO, Steve Hanna.
I can't believe there's actually a CEO of The Onion. It's kind of weird. It's weird. Like, I just picture it just being like 3 guys in their basement or 3 guys in their apartment shooting the shit.
Anytime
they're getting high and they come up with a story and they go, boom, let's write it.
Anytime like when a blog, it's always funny when a blog gets in trouble because then you start seeing like there's hierarchies. There's people actually in charge of this shit.
Right.
I thought it was just like some dude. Like, I have a blog and there's nobody telling me what I can and cannot do.
Like, we'll tell you right now, flat out, there is no CEO of the Mike and Billy Show.
No, but I might have to add it to my business card.
Oh, God. We have created a monster.
Dibs on CEO.
Well, I mean, I can't be CEO. My name doesn't come first.
I think you can be COO. Cool.
I'm cool with that.
Cool. I'm Billy Finnegan, the coup of the Mike and Billy Show.
Okay.
But here's his apology. This is from the CEO of The Onion. It was crude and offensive, not to mention inconsistent with The Onion's commitment to parody and satire, however biting. The first part.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's not to stop you there, but he's true in what he's saying there.
There's no parody in it. It's just
it was just blatantly just a comment.
It was a shock value tweet, and continuing. No person should be subjected to such a senseless, humorless comment masquerading as satire.
Well, it wasn't even masquerading.
No. Well, I think because they're putting it under the
Onion's Twitter,
under the label of The Onion,
I understand what you're saying, but it's not even masquerading. It's like it's legitimately right there in front of you. There's no mask on it. There's no dressing it up.
Well, he
literally just said it
as satire,
right?
As a way to defend it. Oh, it's satire humor. It's what it's really not.
No, it's just an insult.
Not. It's calling a 9-year-old a cunt. It's not satirical at all. Anyway, he continues. Let's see. He says they're instituting new and tighter Twitter procedures to ensure that this kind of mistake does not occur again. Miss Wallis, you are young and talented and deserve better. All of us at The Onion are deeply sorry. And that's just excerpts of the apology.
Did they tweet that out? Because that's too many. That's more than 140 characters.
No, they put it on their website. Those are just excerpts. It's not too much longer, but I'm not going to read the whole fucking thing over again. But they put it on their homepage, The Onion.
Okay. I get it. You had to apologize for it, but I mean, what is that going to come to now? Like at The Onion, are they going to have to submit their tweets and have them approved beforehand? Are they gonna do they have to? You didn't put a TPS report on it type deal. You didn't. They got to go through a memo service, and this is what I'm going to tweet out exactly at this time. And this, so it's. I mean that completely takes away what Twitter is. It's really an off the cuff type.
I pose this question: was the apology a satire of public apologies?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Because while I definitely think that would be something that they would pull off, I don't think that's the case. Because I think that if there really is a CEO of The Onion, and it's a person who is, getting, like we said before, getting ads, getting, there's a payment, that's how The Onion's operating.
Sure.
They're getting their revenue by advertisements, whatnot. If everyone out there is saying, well, The Onion just called this little girl a cunt for no reason, they'd probably want to be pulling their ads, or maybe there's a threatening of it.
I don't even think it goes that far, though. I really don't. I don't think it had as big of impact as even we're making it out. I think it was a very, it was one of those things. For some reason, though, it's funny. You say that now, but I seem to have just kind of found recently that a lot of these other news websites, like search engines like Yahoo or sure.
Even the television these days, the Channel 5s and the Channel 7s and whatnot, they seem to all, with the internet, everything's instant, but they seem to get their stories a week or two late. Like the Little Poopy thing has been around for a while now, and then all of a sudden it just kind of comes into play. Like I had heard about Little Poopy 2 or 3 weeks ago, because we have a radio guys here that work here that had discovered him or something. But you have a lot of news stories covering these things that you'll hear about on Twitter or on Facebook or on just anywhere on online. 2 weeks later, some news story is going to cover it. So maybe this thing is going to come out 2 weeks from now,
so 2 weeks from now,
maybe E is going to pick it up 2 weeks from now or something.
Give a shit because the Onion issued an apology.
And the only reason I'm saying is because everyone is so transfixed right now on the Seth MacFarlane thing that everything else is taking a back seat, and then maybe you're going to hear about the Onion, and that's why they're trying to squash it now.
To be honest, I think I think major media will still, even a week from now or whenever, I think even if it crosses the news desk, if you will, when it's proposed what stories they're going to talk about, I think they'll be just too terrified because it's a fake news site that the apology is also fake, and they'll be buying into like, oh shit, you know, we got
duped again.
Yeah, they got us
because they there's plenty of news because and media outlets that have been got.
It's because the apology is on the Onion. It's not like it was sent out as an AP or anything. It's on their fucking website.
I guess really for them though, it'd be it's a win-win situation.
Sure.
You know, because okay, we did apologize, but at the same time, if it's the way in which you're saying, it's like we apologize, but we did it our way. So it's like there's a toss-up of whether it's real or not. You know what I mean? It could still be like you said, which is
it's question of validity.
It's satirizing actual public apologies from other companies and other people on Twitter. Either way, it's slightly fascinating.
And of course, if major media news stations and whatnot would even pick it up, they'd have to spend the first 20 minutes explaining to their viewers what the fuck the Onion is.
Yeah, because most Joe and Jane Smith out there that are just watching that just get their news from the news have never heard of the Onion,
and then they won't understand,
especially Middle America and stuff.
They won't understand that it's fake.
What do you mean the Onion? What's the Onion?
They won't understand it at all. You mean like that Jon Stewart?
Yeah,
Jon Stewart does real news.
Is like Stephen Colbert?
Colbert?
What's he doing now? Is he making fun of George W. again?
So Southern people.
Oh, no.
Don't understand what the word fake means, is what you're saying, Billy of the Mike and Billy show.
Yes.
You're going on record as saying that Southern people are stupid.
Yes. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, I have your apology written right here.
Thank you.
And yes,
Billy Finnegan.
I state your name.
I state your name. Do hereby no.
Of said show. Of insert show title.
Yeah, but come on. Hey, okay, but I'm from the Northeast, where it is customary for us to make fun of everyone else in the country.
We are better than everyone else.
We are better than because come on, we are. Let's just face facts. We are.
Name another city that has 11 championships I'm not even going athletically. I'm just saying us in general. There, please.
Okay, fine. Yes, we're better.
Let's whip the big dicks out first.
Is that really the big dicks?
And then show
really
them our balls. It's like, yes, it's huge, it's beautiful, but there's 2 gigantic balls behind it as well. We are so much better than you in every way.
Where the fuck are we in this conversation? I don't even know where the hell. How did we get to that?
I don't know. Being better than everybody? I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Just our
sports
are better.
Right.
It's fact. It's science. Don't try to figure it out.
Science.
It's science.
So we go from athletics to science now.
Well, our science proves our athletic prowess.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mike, you are stretching right now.
I am, because I don't have anything else to talk about. We kind of shot our wad with Little Poopy and Quvenzhané.
Quvenzhané!
Phrasing.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I don't want to catch flack for this, though, but...
Go on.
And it's not just... children and offspring of the African American community, but these names these days, Quvenzhané. I just want to know what it means. Like, how'd you come up with that? And this isn't like I'm making fun of. This is I am absolutely enthralled with how they came up with this name. You know what I mean? Quvenzhané. It sounds really nice. It's hard if you just you got to hear it to pronounce it, because if you look at it on paper, you don't know where the accents and everything and the syllables are and how it's spacing. But how do you come up with that name?
It's funny you should say that, because as we bring it back to the Jeselnik show on this week,
yes,
in honor of Black History Month, he did the Black Name Spelling Bee, and Quvenzhané was one of the names on it.
Oh my God!
Guess who won the spelling bee?
No.
Black guy. Swear to God.
Well, maybe he's got a Quvenzhané in his family, in his extended
Actually,
family.
no, he spelt the name he spelt was a Patriots draft pick. It had an apostrophe and an A.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about. Hightower was the last name.
Dante Hightower.
Dante Hightower.
Which is D''Onte or something?
No, it's D-A-N-T apostrophe
Oh,
A.
yes. Okay, that's right.
And that's the name he got.
Well, and I mean, there's been other Patriots. I can't think of a few of them now, but there's been, and football. I mean, like Anquan Bolden.
Sure.
Anthony. I understand Anthony is, it's a little bit of a different take on Anthony. Anthony Hardaway from the Orlando Magic back in the day.
I know who Anthony Hardaway is.
Oh, yeah. Who didn't have a Penny Hardaway poster back in the day?
Because don't you think it was probably just the nurse that was dictating the name onto the birth certificate that heard Anthony, but they meant Anthony?
It could have been. I mean, although you can change that though, and maybe it was like that, and maybe the parents there, the Hardaways, maybe they looked at it and said,
paperwork, man. You don't want to go through
well,
that.
it's not even just that, but maybe they were like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, let's leave it at that.
You really think they went that far to
You never
process
know.
it?
You never know.
I think the Hardaways were processing it. It looked cool.
but it's
how
just
pissed must they have been when he picked up Penny, for fuck's sake?
That's such a great
we
nickname,
took all
though.
this time to give you this cool fucking name, and you go with Penny?
Yeah, but you know what? I thought the great thing about that was it was Penny Hardaway, and he was making millions, baby.
And was that a Lincoln reference?
No.
The Penny, the Lincoln?
No, I don't think so.
Again, not that deep?
No. No, I just don't think. I don't think they were putting those two together. What are you implying that he was a freeing basketball player?
No, he was definitely getting paid for it.
He was getting paid.
Yeah.
He was a great player.
And he was in the epic film Blue Chips with Shaq
With
and
Shaq,
Nick Nolte.
yeah, that's right. I forgot he was in.
Shaq's only halfway decent acting role.
Yes, because we're not counting the Genie movie.
I haven't seen
Shazam.
Grown Ups 2 yet, but apparently he plays a balding police officer.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. No,
Yeah.
I was talking about Shazam.
I know what you were talking about.
Shazam, baby.
Shazam, or what was the other one? He did another superhero movie.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was Kazam, by the way.
Oh, Kazam, yeah.
Kazam, and it was like he was wearing metal armor and shit.
Yes, it's red or something like that.
Christ, now
Well, no, I don't even.
You go
I don't
on.
need to worry about it. But no, I would just, because I just like, etymologies, histories of things, and where do you get
What was
this
that
from
word?
this? Etymology, the origin, the stud,
I'm gonna be doing a lot of googling after this show. Fucking etymology.
But I really wanna know. Like, where do you come up with these names? It's crazy. I mean,
Steel, by the way.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about that. We know where that name came from.
Which reminds me, when I used to work in a movie theater, one of the unintentional jokes, when you put like movie
Together, the posters
the
together.
posters and shit. Well, we had in one theater was playing Iron Giant, which was the animated film.
Yes.
And then in the
Very
other
sad
theater
movie.
was playing the Kirsten Dunst, Richard Nixon movie, Dick.
Iron Giant and Dick.
Yes. I giggled every time I walked in there like a fucking child.
It would have been better if it was Steel and Dick together.
Steel Dick?
Yeah.
Oh, we are just terrible. He's only done a few movies.
That's all right.
Shaq.
I'm sorry. He did as many.
Blue Chips, Kazam, Steel, Freddy Got Fingered.
He did Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah. He played himself.
What else
He was
would you
in bed
want?
with Freddy's mom. Did an episode of Curbed.
I know the Curbed episode. That's when he wanted the Seinfeld after Larry injured him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still going, they brought in a whole box of VHS tapes.
That was great.
Kids, VHS tapes, Google it. He was in The Wash, which, if I believe is correct, that's the Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg car wash movie.
Oh,
from 2001.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, not many people do. Snoop's trying to forget it as well. Scary Movie 4, again, is Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's in Grown Ups 2, which was filmed right here in Boston.
Grown Ups 2 was Adam Sandler's flick?
It's not out yet. It's going to be coming out later this year.
Yeah.
It's the
No, because what's the Travolta, Martin Lawrence, crappy
Travolta and Martin
Tim
Lawrence.
Allen.
Oh, Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs. Didn't they make a second one?
God, I hope not.
Me
I know
too.
Travolta and Robin Williams did a road movie as well.
Yeah,
He's made some terrible fucking choices later in life.
I'm all set with that. That's good.
Once he dumped fucking Tarantino as his agent, he really went downhill.
Speaking of which, how blessed is Tarantino right now, or how thankful is he that he just turned on German television one day and found Christoph Waltz?
Holy shit, yeah.
Guy wins 2 Academy Awards in 2 years for Tarantino flicks, where the Academy didn't even want to touch Tarantino.
No, they hated Django.
They absolutely hated it, but they had to give it to Christoph Waltz because
Tarantino won the fucking writing one.
And honestly though, I mean, when you want to look at it, he basically plays the same character that he did. I mean, it's just that he was more villainous in Inglourious Bastards because he was the ultimate villain in being a Nazi.
Right.
And he's a little more.
Yet he made the Nazis lovable.
He did. And you feared him, but in Django it was like it's still the same character. He still speaks German in both roles, which obviously that's his native tongue.
He's a German.
But it makes you wonder, like, what's he gonna do for another? Because I'm sure Tarantino's gonna try to sign him for another 3 movies.
Sure.
But what other character can he really pull out? Or is he just gonna keep writing him in the same thing? And if that's the case, why wouldn't he win the best supporting actor next year,
and
the year after?
They're gonna rename it the Christoph Waltz.
He's gonna
Christoph Waltz Award.
He's gonna be the Daniel Day-Lewis of best supporting actors.
Well, Tarantino. Let's see. Oh, never mind. There was a rumored movie called Badlanders, but I guess he's gonna be an actor in it. So
Tarantino.
As far as what Tarantino's next movie is gonna be, I don't know.
It'll be something to do with some sort of historical time sequence that he's gonna fuck up.
I know those of you that were reading Entertainment Weekly back in the early 90s are still waiting for the Vega Brothers movie.
That's not happening.
With Madsen and Travolta.
That would have been great, but that's not happening.
That would have been great 10 years ago, but no.
I could still see Madsen do it.
When is Travolta just gonna fucking
stop
with the hair? First and foremost, let's attainable goals here. He's never gonna stop.
No.
But when's he gonna stop with the fucking hair?
What do you mean?
It's terrible.
That's like trying to.
His wigs are terrible. Okay.
That's like trying to tell Nicolas Cage to make sense.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
Like I said, we're setting attainable goals here, Billy. And look, his buddy Bruce Willis eventually ditched the fucking hair pieces, and Bruce's hair pieces were leaps and bounds better than fucking Travolta's. Travolta's look like fucking black magic marker painted on his head. And part of it is because he has that mannequin face now.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing to his face, but he needs to stop that as well. Just kind of.
He's almost on Bruce Jenner.
Levels. It looks like it's getting a lot of pulling. Looks like a lot of boat. You know what he looks like when RoboCop took the fucking helmet off, and it was just his weird face framed. It looks like looks like Travolta's wearing a Travolta mask.
Well, that's. I want to take his face
off. Yes.
I mean, that's the other issue with that hair that he has is because it frames it out so well.
Fucking awful.
And then if he grows a beard, it'd be like just totally like if he had that
did a bald
pencil
movie. He did a fucking movie
and
recently.
he looked pretty good. The Russian one. From Paris with Love.
From Paris with Love. I haven't seen it. I heard it was mildly mediocre.
I don't really care.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the poster. He's not a bad-looking bald dude, especially with like a goatee.
Yeah.
Like this picture here. Not a bad-looking bald dude. He pulls it off.
It's in my head. Don't worry. I don't need to look at it.
Burned into your skull.
Yes.
Yes. But he pulls it off. I don't understand why he And it's not even like it's a secret anymore. You know?
Much like other secret things about Travolta's life.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which, again, aren't secrets anymore. So it's like, just kind of, just go with it. We know you're bald. And I don't think there's too many people that would argue that he looks better bald than with the shitty toupees he's wearing now. Okay?
What happened to the bald is beautiful movement?
Fucking, you need to get Willis and Larry David in a room with Travolta and sit him down and just be like, look, pal.
Wait. Let's not lump Larry David in there with that.
Why not? He's all about the bald guys.
Yeah, but he's not beautiful.
Always sticks up for his bald brothers.
I wouldn't say he's a beautiful looking man.
I would not either.
Well, bald is beautiful. Get Michael Jordan in there with his Hitler mustache.
That cost way too much.
That's true. That's true, but
like Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't get out of bed without an Oscar. You can't get Jordan for under $1 million.
Well, it's those gambling debts.
You want me to show up for your elementary school charity? Yeah, that's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you at least $1 million and some Hanes underwear.
PayPal it to my bookie.
Because he can't even hold on to it. He's just no.
I get
no.
something about completely off topic, but about
Jordan.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
off topic.
Shocker. We're kind of veering off topic here. We're taking this exit. We're taking a Jordan exit. We're doing okay. When he went in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Now I haven't been a basketball fan since Jordan
played.
Since
Jordan retired. Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't about Jordan. It's just I kind of lost interest in the sport. It became like watching a bunch of rappers play. And that's not a racist thing. It's just they come off like assholes.
They certainly come off like assholes, but for me it was just once Jordan was gone, I was done.
I don't think we were on air when we were talking about the slam dunk contest, were we?
No.
That was an off-air conversation
we had. So, yeah.
It used to, and I just feel it's kind of shitty because back when I did enjoy basketball, the slam dunk contest, it was like
it was a highlight.
You saw Jordan, you saw Wilkins, you saw fucking Spud Webb, you saw,
which was cool because Spud Webb's in there.
Like 4 foot nothing.
Yeah,
D Brown was fucking. It was at least a name. At least it made a name for himself. I bought a pair of those shoes after he fucking won the dunk contest.
Certainly,
absolutely. Yeah. But now it's like all the stars are standing on the sidelines
because they just want to watch it. They want to YouTube it.
Well, that's the other funny thing. They all got their fucking cell phones out. It's like, you understand that there's 40 HD broadcast cameras covering this thing. Set your DVR and then go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You'll have perfect shots of it. There is no reason for fucking LeBron James to be sitting there with his phone fucking videoing.
Well, there is if he's sponsored by AT&T or Verizon or...
Hold the phone. Send a couple of tweets, but it's holding it out, and there's no, and that's another thing I saw on the Bruins game last night. They cut to the crowd during like when they're doing sponsorships and stuff, and I love when they cut because nobody ever knows they're on TV. They know when they're on the jumbotron, but not when the TV cuts to them. And there's a dude fucking taking a picture with his phone. There's no cool way to take a picture with your phone.
No, especially with the smartphones. I mean, really, there's no manly way to use your smartphone either because you got the one finger up and you're doing this.
Touching with your finger, and you're holding it as far out as your arm can reach. And it's like, you could see him take the picture, and he's got that slack jaw, like, focus. And then he takes the picture, and you could see the approval wash over him. He's just like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
When really, if he just took the phone and just moved it down, he could just, oh wow, that's how close I'm sitting right now.
This is like 3D without glasses. Fucking boss. But
that's the same thing with concerts though too.
And now it's going to seem even completely more off topic. But the main bullet point of Jordan for me was I felt he should have gone into the Hall of Fame by himself.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it seemed to really overshadow the other guys that deserve it. They deserve to go in.
They deserve their
John
own time.
Stockton.
Yeah, they deserve John Stockton. I mean, growing up in the 90s with basketball, it was Jordan. You had your tail end of Bird in there, but it was Jordan, and then it was Stockton and Malone.
As great as Malone was, he needed somebody to pass to him.
Right. But I think Stockton. Did they go in together?
Malone
didn't go in yet, right?
Well, I think he's in. He didn't go in that year.
And I think that would have been really cool to do Stockton and Malone together, because they were such a tandem team. It was such a...
That'd be kind of interesting, like putting guys like Parrish, McHale, and Bird in together and shit like that. But that's more of a fans thing. We don't know how ballots work.
Absolutely, but I agree with you. I think Jordan should have had his own day because there's no one else...
And I wouldn't have thought
there's no one else that really brought basketball into such a huge light like Michael Jordan did.
Literally. But the only reason I thought of it was because hockey did it for Gretzky.
Yeah.
The year Gretzky went in, he was the only one going into the Hall of Fame that year.
But again, Gretzky brought the NHL to a different level.
Right.
I mean, you can make an argument for a guy like Mario Lemieux, but Lemieux didn't have it at the same height that Gretzky did.
Again.
He was a known commodity. He was a known player and a household name, but he wasn't Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
And Michael Jordan, I mean, I remember the world stopped when Jordan retired and he went into baseball only to come back, and obviously the rumors there are the gambling debts and everything else.
Fucking gambling.
But I mean, it was funny because Jordan, at that time, Jordan almost had to retire to give someone else a shot at winning the NBA title because the Bulls would have had a 6-peat or 7-peat. I mean, it was insane how great they were.
We had John Stockton go in and David Robinson, another big 90s name who sold a shitload of shoes for Nike.
I mean, I don't think Robinson's a great player, but Robinson, I think, could go in with a group of people. Like he doesn't. I don't think he gets his own day. I think Jordan should have been. That's it. Do a Michael Jordan thing, and then the following year, David Robinson, John Stockton.
I wouldn't.
Whoever you want to throw. Patrick Ewing.
Let's look at it this way. In hockey, probably two guys in the history of the game that I would say nobody else goes in with them. Gretzky, which they did. Bobby Orr would be the other one.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else, and there's obviously hundreds of great people that deserve to go in, but it's like thousands. But same with basketball. I wouldn't, as great as Bird and Magic were, I wouldn't put them in by themselves.
No.
Jordan seems to be the only guy that I would put in by himself.
Well, it would be Jordan. Before that, it would be someone like Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell.
Would you? By themselves?
Yeah.
Nobody else in their class because they would overshadow everybody.
I think both those guys would overshadow
but I think
the rest
both
of
those
the class.
guys could go in together.
Yeah.
I don't think those guys could go in with Jordan. I just think he changed the game so much.
He changed the game for better and for worse. I mean, the reason why, if you do actually watch a basketball game, which, I really don't, but when it's on at bars and stuff,
sure.
You watch these guys, you watch them, go up for a layup or a dunk, and it's like, okay, you certainly you just took at least 4 steps there. I mean, that was all Jordan, because people wanted to see him fly from the foul line, and it's like, okay, you gotta. Where's the break between traveling and going up for the basket and something that's legal? But he certainly changed the game for half of the players these days. That's their guy. That was the guy they all looked at. Everyone was a Jordan kid.
Right.
I mean, the commercials, I want to be like Mike. I mean, everything had to do with Jordan.
Space Jam.
He made a fucking movie.
He did. I think Bugs actually got top billing. I was gonna say he beat Bugs on top billing.
I think MJ got it.
Let's see.
But yeah, he had a movie. He had a video game. He had a couple video games. He was also the only time
Bugs Bunny. Top billing over Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Couldn't beat him.
Wow.
But surprisingly, he did beat Wayne Knight.
Did he beat Bill Murray?
No, Newman.
Did he beat
Bill Murray was in that movie, wasn't he?
Yeah,
As himself.
Wow.
Look at that.
But
Jesus, half the Dream Team was in that too.
Yeah.
And Larry Johnson. Remember when Larry Johnson was something good for a minute?
Yeah.
Every kid needed a Hornets jersey back then.
Well, it was between him and Muggsy Bogues.
Right.
I agree. Should have been, could have been, would have been, didn't give him his own day.
Should have been.
I mean, Michael Jordan still celebrated. And now, 10 years from now, it's going to be Kobe Bryant. But do you give Kobe Bryant his own?
No. Because I feel it's you need people who don't have equals. That's kind of where Jordan, like when Jordan was playing, there wasn't an equal. There wasn't a guy you could say, yeah, he's as good as Jordan, or he's in the same league, if you will, as Jordan. Kobe Bryant, they got LeBron.
Well, yeah, but
and as big of a douchebag as he is, he's a damn fine basketball player.
Yeah, but LeBron was coming in, 5 years after
Kobe raped somebody. Yeah.
Well, because Kobe was like,
I love that we're still celebrating that guy.
Kobe was. I mean, this is the tail end of Kobe's career. He's still very good, and yes, but that's the American public. We just we choose to forget things, and we don't even forgive. We just forget. So the Kobe Bryant thing.
Oh, the rape thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as you change your number and give your wife a ring, we're good.
Well, it's it's that.
All's forgiven.
It's the Michael Jackson thing. It's and yes, whatever you want to say, he wasn't.
You know what's fucked up though? Kobe didn't have to die to get respect again.
Wow.
Everybody seems to love him. Everybody else needs to fucking die.
It's true.
Michael was a pervert up until he died.
Well, look at Ray Lewis. Everyone's seemingly forgot about Ray Lewis.
Well, acquittal is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful word.
It's although the only person, it's funny, the only person that never fully recovered was OJ.
Yeah.
Never recovered.
He seems to be doing all right though.
Oh no, he's in prison.
Yeah, I know. I
the system works. The system works.
I am kind of pissed he was dumb enough to get caught, because I had like one.
You had it in the pool that he was going to go free for the rest of his life.
No. But he was the one celebrity picture I wanted to get, just because I wanted a picture with OJ. Thumbs up.
That would have been great.
Maybe I'll go visit him. Try to get on the list.
It's probably a very long list.
But I read that apparently OJ's got he's got a pretty good thing going on in prison. There was rumors he was
a lot
gay.
of rape.
No. Apparently he's hanging with the sisters, and
that was the last time the sisters ever tried anything on Andy.
Well, they you got Shawshank this week, didn't you?
I did get Shawshank.
It was on like 5 fucking times this week. That and Lebowski, I couldn't fucking get away from the TV.
I tweeted out, or I forget where I put it on, but AMC should just change their damn slogan to "We play Shawshank Redemption and other movies." Because that's all they do.
Fucking thing. But yeah, I read that that there was rumors that OJ was gay.
Okay.
And here's why.
Is this like Tom Cruise rumors?
No. It was a story out of prison.
Oh, so they're based on fact.
Yeah, clearly, and we're saying it into a microphone, so it's obviously true.
And you found it online, right?
And I found it online, and so you can't print lies on the internet.
Right.
It was because he was hanging out with the quote-unquote sisters in prison, and that they were, giving him massages and doting on him and all this stuff. And that, to whoever was filing the report or whatever, why this was news, I don't know, but whoever was filing it took that as OJ must be gay. I felt differently about that. I read that's pretty fucking smart.
What, playing the game, right?
OJ is he's getting up there in age.
Absolutely. He's got to be like late 50s, early 60s.
What are you fucking high? He's got to be OJ's got to be older than that. He was 50 when he made Naked Gun, I think.
No, he wasn't.
No, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but he's 65. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, fuck you then. So I took it as
yes,
but he's getting up there in age.
Absolutely, 65. Yeah.
He's not a young buck anymore.
He's no spring chicken, no.
So why would he be associating with guys he was probably gonna have to fight every day?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's still OJ.
Well,
so there would be those guys that he would have to prove himself to. No, Juice fucking goes over. There's no women in prison, so he's got to find the closest thing.
Juice is just such an awful nickname for prison.
He's still the Juice. So he goes over, and he's like,
"I'll give you some juice.
Here, rub my shoulders. Give me a Jello. And if I want, you're gonna suck my dick." He's OJ. And he goes, and
come here, I'll suck your dick, or I'll kill you and get off.
To add a little bit more fuel to the fire, didn't you read about what I did to my wife? And I loved her. I'll really carve your bitch ass up. Give me some sugar. Give Juice some sugar.
Oh.
You think he talks like The Rock?
No.
Give the Juice some sugar.
No, I think he talks like Ving Rhames in prison. He gets really low.
Just sits back.
Just.
It's good to be the Juice.
Yeah. Fruit cocktail. That's all it is. To me, it's just one long, half-baked joke. Jumping off on that point there.
Sure.
Recently, a lot's been talked about on the sports media world with the NFL Combine going on. I don't know. I know it's not, the NFL's not on your radar, but the Combine's going on, and the all eyes are on Manti Te'o, the fake girlfriend lover. A lot of people,
He was in college.
What's that?
I thought he was in college.
He's going into the draft this year.
Ah, okay.
So he's in the Combine.
Gotcha.
So obviously, you know the story behind Te'o. Everyone, I think, by now knows.
Do you know the truth?
Do you know?
True story.
I'm going to break it to you. No. So everyone understands, or sort of understands, the background of it. There's been a lot of talk that it's a rumor, or could it be that Manti Te'o, this whole thing could have been fabricated because really, truthfully, he's gay.
Oh, I thought that when I first read it.
And this spawned a conversation of topic, because a lot of people are saying, should scouts be able to ask him if he's gay? And others were, it just came down to a point of, would the NFL and NFL locker rooms
accept him?
Accept openly gay, not him in general, just in general.
I don't believe they would.
An openly gay player. And I'll even branch it out to the rest of athletic leagues all over, NHL, MLB, NBA. Do you think this would be the time? Because this is also, it's funny that this all comes down, because this was after, obviously, the Super Bowl, where the San Francisco 49ers player had came out and said that if there were an openly gay player on his team, he wouldn't want it on his team. He doesn't have time for it. And then, of course, he came out and had to apologize. But, of course, the apology itself was very well written and not at all like the statement that he had originally made. He probably should have thought better.
He probably should have gone with no comment.
Right, absolutely. But at the same time, it is quite strange that a San Francisco 49ers player would make that comment in a town that is historically and satirically, big in the gay community.
Wave the flag.
They wave the flag. I believe they have parades out there. Those are the bigger parades.
Yep.
That, and I think maybe New York might have one. But those are the big.
We have one here in Boston.
I know we have one. But the San Francisco one, I think, is the biggest in the country. Whatever. It's just strange that.
Excuse me. Didn't we go over how much better we are than the rest of the country?
I'm sorry, that's right. Well, I just said bigger, not better.
Did you see our parade?
No.
Okay.
I know we had friends in that parade.
Then you have no point of view on the point.
So going back to my original point, do you think, in all 4 leagues, do you think people would be ready for an openly gay player?
Not in football.
Certainly, I'll agree with you there.
Has been making strides because former Toronto Maple Leafs general manager Brian Burke, his son was gay, and they've hit him along with a number of players in the NHL have come out and they've done commercials and PSAs and stuff for acceptance. Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
And
but and I look at hockey, and it looks like, with the exception of the lockout recently and other things, it looks like hockey really tries to go above and beyond to be the being a step ahead, trying to gain popularity by doing the right things.
They got to
sometimes
try a little harder because
I know they do,
their status in sports.
But that's really interesting. I didn't know that they had a campaign like that. So, and I guess I could see it with the NHL, only because I think a lot of those guys are. It's a different type of family. It's a different type of group. It's a very worldly league. It's the only worldly league, really.
And they've had players come out, and it's one of those things where they always come out after they retire, and it's usually shortly after they retire. And it makes you think, well, my guess is pretty much everybody in the locker room already knew.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, but again, they publicly come out, but you think it's like, it's probably not a surprise. Even if the guys in the locker room weren't sure, it's like, okay, I kind of get that.
But it seems like that those guys, it's a different type of locker room. It's like it's more of a family environment.
I don't see football accepting it at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like, it's not going to happen.
No, it's too much. There's too much of that macho brain thing going on. You know, it's that backwards way of thinking, which is really stupid, and it's unfortunate that people still feel that way.
Caveman-like.
And there are a lot of intelligent football players. Don't get me wrong.
Not that hockey can't be barbaric. Let's be honest.
Yes, but
they're allowed to punch people.
But there seems to be a lot more of a Neanderthal look, or Neanderthal mindset in football.
Sure.
And I mean, it's really unfortunate. Like, I think anyone should be able to play.
I don't think we're talking out of turn here. Have you seen any post-game interview?
No. Yeah.
They're fucking. Most of them are fucking morons.
Yeah.
Let's not mince words here. Most of them are just fucking morons.
Well, that really speaks to. I mean, it's the upbringing throughout their scholastic career. It's
because they're just pushed through most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, saying you're a football player with a college education is,
and it's like
that and a quarter will get you a cup of coffee.
Right. And it's like, God forbid, like, we celebrate the dumbasses, but like the actual intelligent speaking pro football players, it's like, you don't really hear much of them. Although they're probably
a little quarterbacks.
They're probably much too intelligent to get involved with, half the shit.
They know
the
just
media.
To say no comment.
They know just to say
because when they're asked those questions, they don't give the good buzz comments.
Right. They're the
good sound bites.
They're the Hollywood celebrities out there that stay out of the limelight, like a Kevin Spacey or like a Ben Affleck or they keep about their business. They go to work, they do their thing, and they go home, and that's it. Right. And it's probably smarter of them to do that.
Yeah.
So they just let the idiots talk.
Less paternity suits, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing. Fuck's sake. Rich people. Ugh.
Rich people. Well, I guess that'll do it for us.
That'll do it. By the way, if any of you rich people want to sponsor the Mike and Billy Show, you can contact us in many ways through our Twitter page, twitter.com/Mike and Billy, facebook.com/Mike and Billy Show. Of course, our personal pages are all there as well. And, pay us?
Pay us, please.
Pay us? Is that?
We're on Spreaker.com.
Yes,
we're on Stitcher.com.
Stitcher, yeah.
And you can find us on iTunes.
And you can get all those with your phones.
Yes.
Android, iPhone,
iPad,
online, iPad,
tablet.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, pretty soon. Have you seen those? Not to keep going, but have you seen those Google glasses?
Yeah, I don't care.
I want them.
No.
I do. And just for the reason that I want to walk around pretending I'm the Terminator every day. Because that's what it looks like. It's got a fucking eye thing. Yeah. Fucking Terminator, dude.
As if we
Google,
needed...
sponsor us, because I don't want to spend $1,500 on a pair of glasses.
As if we needed more car accidents out there.
Yes.
So anyway.
I'm tweeting with my eyeballs.
Shut up. All right.
We're all going to go blind by... basically, this generation that's growing up right now, blind by 20.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
It's all right. They'll all walk off a cliff and we'll be fine.
I probably need glasses, but don't have insurance to get them, so I'm just bearing with the blurriness of most things. But yeah, absolutely. The generation behind us, blind by 20.
It's all right.
But of course,
like I said,
people like you making the glasses hip now, all the fucking kids will want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, all the kids. Like I said, all the kids going blind's fine because they'll all be lemmings jumping off of a cliff. And, we'll finally get intelligence back.
Well, as long as they don't go deaf and they can still listen to the Mike and Billy Show on a weekly basis.
And there's the plug.
There it is, folks. Thanks for listening. I'm Mike Wendt.
I'm Billy Finnegan.
And we'll see you next week for episode 16.
Bye-bye.